Stage 23. All my nukers are visiting this place whenever we are looking for what sort of damage they're dealing, you know. So let's see. Is he any better? We're not gonna try him with the freeze champion in first. We're gonna bring somebody in after. Gonna go in with him like that. Actually, I like that the aura is for all battles. Now we're gonna bring in an increased attack and whatever comes first. A Dracomorph might be too slow actually, so I gotta look for a fast champion with defense down. And they messed this up. We cannot see the total stats now. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. A bit of a problem. Madame Series, let's hope that she is actually faster. So no weaken, unfortunately, just defense down. Let's see what I can do. I'm actually gonna try this without the freeze, just out of curiosity, right? So we're gonna see what he can do like that. 139k, we landed the freeze. Pretty solid damage, right? Not too bad. Went AoE with the freeze. Damage was not that crazy. So the multipliers on the A3 are not insane, you know. 120k, we ignore some defense, but we stole that turn meter. We got another turn, so we can actually go in and do a double hit here. Fairly decent. With weaken, he would definitely do more damage, but I need to check if that Dracomorph is faster. Kind of doubt it, you know. So if we're gonna back out, waste the energy, we've seen kind of like some sort of numbers, but because I'm Romanian, that's why I sound Romanian. Okay. So we can actually freeze everybody. 97k, what was that? 117k on the other champion. Pretty decent. Like if we're looking at the side ones, I forgot the name, Arbalester or whatever. Solid damage on it with the skill, honestly. Not too bad at all. And we don't have crazy stats on him either, you know. So that's kind of like the main thing that matters here. 235k with the A2. Now that is solid. That is solid. But for Arena, either you go like this and you rely only on him as a nuker, you know, and you have kind of like two different options. Either you're gonna run him as a CC just to freeze and use a different nuker or something else different. But you can use him like that or just pure for damage. What's up, Risp? How you doing, man? So we finally have a Dutchess in here to test it out. Ranch, what's up? Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go for Rotos. Try to kill Rotos here. So I would assume, right? I would assume that the fastest champion in this team is Arbiter. So I'm actually gonna attack Arbiter with him now, with the A2, steal the turn meter, and hopefully I'm gonna get a turn straight afterwards, and I'm gonna attack that Dutchess. I have no defense down or anything. 187k hit, pretty solid. Okay. So we are back with our turn. She is still under freeze. So right now, I should be ignoring 25% defense with the A1, a double hit. So let's see what damage we're getting out of him. 21, 16k, no defense down. Decent enough. Decent enough. And for the stats that he has, I think he's okay-ish. Okay. Now, the one problem that I can see with him being built for damage at the same time and relying on the freeze from his A3 is actually doing so much damage that the Resurgent Master is going to remove the freeze on the champions before you even land it. You know, I feel like that can be a pretty annoying problem with Yakarl like that, you know. What other team we have here that's tanky enough, that's worthy of our run? Sin Callisto. Level 100 player, so we can actually test something a bit more powerful. Resistance-wise, we might... I think the accuracy is actually enough on our Gurgo, hopefully. Then we're gonna try him out without a freeze champion, you know? And rely only on him. Okay, Dutchess got resisted. That's not the best option. I'm gonna try to kill Candy here. Actually, I cannot because he has the Veil. I'm gonna go for him. And now, because that Dutchess, I got a freezer, right? So the good part about it is that unresistible. They have over 75% term meter, so I can freeze her. And you see, that's exactly what I was saying. Resurgent Mastery came in play and removed the freeze from that Dutchess. Literally, if you slow down and you rewatch it, you're gonna see that that's what happened. Remove buff. That's kind of like the main thing that can screw up the entire thing, you know. 58k, we got the term meter. That's another good thing there. And now I gotta kill that Candy, which it should be pretty straightforward. Okay, we got wrecked. I should not revive now. That's one thing for sure. I'm curious if that Candy is gonna clap my entire team. Damn, he is actually. Okay. So my problem is that Gurgo didn't freeze the entire team. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna actually take out that Gurgo, right? Because we don't have enough accuracy for a Damn series. I'm trying to find that team, but I can't see it. Where is it? There we go. And I'm gonna bring in a Madame series instead. And we're gonna see if that performs a bit better. Let's see. Like, this Candy has attack down. The chances for him to one-shot the entire universe are a bit lower, you know. Okay. And now again, let's see. Resurgent Mastery anywhere? No, so we killed Candy. Sweet. We froze the rest. That's kind of like the next good step. We're gonna focus on wrecking that Dutchess now. The only problem is that because he doesn't gain an extra turn or anything, we cannot go in and just use the A2 now or anything like that. So by the time we're gonna get to use the A2, where freeze is important to ignore the defense, it's gonna be too late, you know. That's kind of like my main problem. That's why it's good to use a freeze champion with it, but not everybody has one. So the main thing is to see how good he is without being dependable of a freeze champion. I'm gonna assume that we're safe enough to wreck that Dutchess. We're gonna steal her turn meter, maybe, if we get lucky, and with 3% her, I don't think we're gonna have enough accuracy. Resisted, but we one-shot her 96k. So damage-wise, it's honestly not bad. The A2 already had very solid multipliers from before. That didn't change. The main thing is, if you freeze, you ignore more defense, you deal more damage. So that's kind of like the good part about Yakarl now, you know. Okay, decent enough. Many champions that half freeze can be paired with him, but the best is probably Gurgo because he strips the buffs, you know. And I'm gonna do one more fight just to see what else we can test out. If we find kind of like a bit of a different team, if we're going against speed teams, it's fine. It's pretty much the same thing, but then we kind of rely on his CC, and if they buff before we actually get our turn, if we get cut off, which it shouldn't happen with the double. Okay, we actually have this team. This is actually interesting. So I want to attack this super tanky team, right? I do need to have that defense down here. I feel like it's kind of like needed. And now I'm actually going to bring in... Should we bring in a Kymar maybe? No, I'm actually going to bring in a freeze champion, but I don't have enough accuracy, man. That's my only problem. So I'm gonna stick the same way because I don't have enough accuracy on a freeze champion at the moment, unfortunately. Cleo, I think she has good multipliers. If you have Mitrala to play around with, she could be good to get the hacks on the enemy, get the increased attack on her. But if no, she's pretty much gonna be in the same spot like before, you know. Okay, so now I can actually freeze every single one of them. If Resurgent Mastery doesn't come in play from them, because I built him for damage, I should freeze everyone because they're over 75% turn meter, and I do not need accuracy. This is kind of like my new favorite thing from him, that he can actually do this. Very, very powerful for arena, you know. It can definitely help you out quite a bit. So we're gonna go on that Dutchess now with the 8-2 and see if we're gonna manage to one-shot her. We do have that Ursaga that can soak a bit of damage, but let's see. Swift parry. And we managed to get the Thermiter. That's sweet. So we're gonna put her to sleep now. And I'm gonna try to get Necro down. Okay, we haven't. And we woke up the monster too. We woke up the monster too. Okay, let's get her down, because she was getting too excited there. She was getting too excited. I was gonna say, do not use the secret skill. Do not block the revive on my champion. Don't do it. Don't do it. Honestly, it depends by everyone's account. Is it any use? You have any use for Yakarl in your teams? Do you need a champion like Yakarl or you do not? You know, it's kind of like pretty straightforward. Some people might do, some people might not. But that doesn't mean that the buff is not good. I still think the buff is pretty solid on him. I kind of forgot what's the main thing that works with his passive. So I'm actually going to check that out, because I cannot remember. So increases the damage this champion inflicts by 10 for each champion in battle under freeze. Decreases the damage and places unkillable for 1 turn whenever they kill an enemy under a freeze debuff. Okay, so if we kill somebody under freeze, we're getting the unkillable. In a way or another, you could actually argue and say, yeah, he's dependable of another freeze champion. If you want to have the damage boost too, which will make even the A3 will make it more powerful, right? To get 40% more damage with the A3 can be pretty powerful AoE. So definitely a good thing to keep in mind. But yeah, that's pretty much Yakarl. Not bad at all. I'm quickly gonna show the stats again for whoever didn't have a chance to actually see them, and masteries. And if we're gonna go all the way, where is he? Right here. So he's fully booked. Savage and a perception set. Total stats 4.9k attack, 216 speed, 101 crit, 243 crit damage, 233 accuracy. Weapon on him. Nothing too crazy in terms of gear. I try to don't go crazy on stats. So these are decent stats for gold 4, okay? 100%. Crit damage gauntlet, attack chest piece, speed boots, attack ring, crit damage amulet, and we have an attack banner. If you want to rely more on the A2, A1, feel free to give him an accuracy banner. Masteries, we have offense and support 3. Tier 6, we have Hammer Smasher. Kind of like pretty common masteries for a damage nuker. But that's it for Yakarl, guys.